What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video. And before we get into anything, before we get into this quiz, which is, can you name the NFL players you should have forgotten from 2010 to 2020? I should have forgotten. Hopefully, I don't forget anyone, because I see pictures and it should spark my memory. It would be so upsetting to see somebody on this that I recognize and can't place a name on. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm usually pretty good with these type of things. It's made by Swayze Jets. It was tweeted to me by somebody, so shout out to you. I'm sorry, you know who you are, but it was yesterday or 2 days ago. If you guys want to tweet quizzes for me to do, make sure to do so. Twitter.com/BengalDesigns. I have set the Twitter world alight today, and that, you know, like, oh, are you so shallow as to think that's you're the whole Twitter world? No, but like maybe a little. We built a nice little community over there, like almost 20,000 followers. Go over, follow if you have not already, because I shaved not only my jawline, as you guys saw yesterday, but I've also decided to get rid of the mustache. I think that was pretty clearly a joke. I looked like I wouldn't be allowed close to a school zone because I was too busy shooting 80s porn. Like, a whole bunch of stuff was going on. The mustache was obviously not staying, but I'd look 13 years old now. So, you know, pros and cons, but regardless of that, we're doing another quiz today. Can you name the NFL players you should have forgotten from 2010 to 2020? I already know the first one. We got 12 minutes to name 50. Can you do better than me on this quiz? It's linked down below as well. Check it out. And hopefully not. Hopefully not. First one is Justin Forsett. I have 12 minutes to get 50, so I can actually talk through this a little bit. That's kind of the problem with these quizzes, is I try to be entertaining, and I sometimes miss out on some because I'm not going fast enough. But this is Justin Forsett. He was actually pretty good in the NFL for a number of years. Oh, no. The second one, I have no idea who this is. Who wore number 18 for the Titans? You thinking like Titans wide receivers from that time? Like Kenny Britt is a name that pops into my head, but that's not Kenny Britt. Like Nate Washington's a name that pops into my head, but that's not Nate Washington. I don't think Cecil Shorts ever played on the Titans. I know he's on the Jags. It kind of looks like Cecil Shorts a bit, honestly. That face doesn't even look familiar. It's not Cecil Shorts. I don't think he ever played on the Titans. I don't know who that is. Shoot, this is not a good start. This is not a good start at all. That looks like Corey Davis behind him, so he's someone that would have been there recently, maybe. I don't know. We're going to move on. This is Jeff Janis. I think that's from the Hail Mary catch. He actually went to Saginaw Valley State University. Fun fact on that one, I'm pretty sure. This is that Thomas Rawls? Fun fact about Thomas Rawls. This is a weird story, but he matched with this girl that I knew my freshman year at Tampa, and he was looking to bang that night because the Seahawks were playing the Bucs that weekend, so whatever. This is Reggie Nelson. I don't know who's forgetting Reggie Nelson from the 2010s. He was a super, super underrated player. Great for the Raiders. Played for the Bengals for a few years. He was a really, really good player. This is D'Angelo Williams. This is another fantastic player. Who's forgetting D'Angelo Williams? He was a beast. He was so good for the Panthers, and then kind of went to the Steelers and wasn't so great. It's Jeremy Maclin. Why does he look kind of weird here? I don't know. That's just a younger picture of him. Jeremy Maclin's another great player. So obviously there are some guys in here that are super memorable, like Mike Apati is particularly memorable for me as well. But some of these players are random. This is Bart Scott. I almost wanted to say it was David Harris for a second, but it's not. Who are you? His face looks so familiar. This is not Tom Savage. I don't think. I'm going to type it anyway. It is Tom Savage. Okay. I was getting a little bit worried. I almost wanted to say like TJ Yates for a second, but didn't look anything like him. That's Percy Harvin. He was another beast, if not for concussions. This is Christian Ponder. I want to say he was picked at like number 7 overall in that range by the Vikings in 2012. Bad player. I think it was 2011. Around that time. Could have even been 2010 thinking on it. Although I don't think it was. It was like 2013 even. I have no idea on this. This is Darren McFadden, another guy who would have been so great if not for injury. This is Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. Went to the Niners after that. This is Jordan Matthews, another guy that is not particularly hard to remember. Owen Daniels, wow. I don't know. I feel like I have forgotten about some of these players. I know who they are, obviously, Matt Schaub, but some of these guys are pretty forgettable. Like this particular player. Is this Chris Matthews? Yeah, I mean, he had like a great playoff stretch. Alfred Morris here as well, who was really good for like a few years and then fell off a cliff. Ooh, this is not Amir Abdullah, is it? I think it is Amir Abdullah. It is Fear Amir, Nebraska Beast. Danny Woodhead. Danny Woodhead was another guy that was just like so fun for the Patriots, Chargers, Ravens. Julius Thomas. He was like one of the best tight ends for like a year or two, and then kind of fell off a cliff. Don't really know what happened to him. He went to like Portland State, I want to say, a really small school. Noshan Moreno. I have a Noshan Moreno jersey. He actually went to a high school not too far from me growing up in New Jersey, and my grandpa was a referee, so I used to go to a bunch of different high school games around like Monmouth County in New Jersey, and I actually saw Noshan play in high school before he got a scholarship to Georgia. Who is this? 26 for the Bears. Looks like a DB. I never really know the Bears that much. I almost want to say it was like I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. That's actually really annoying. This is Ruben Randall, former LSU receiver, alligator arm disaster for the Giants. This is Jarris Byrd. He was so amazing for the Bills. I think he won Rookie of the Year. This is former Texas Longhorn Beast, number 69, nice Henry Melton. Love him. Oh, Marty B, Martavis Bryant, another guy who had a bunch of off-the-field issues. This is Kendall Wright. Another guy, I think he was a first-round receiver that didn't work out for the Titans. How many Titans receivers are going to be on here? Josh Sitton, one of the best guards in the NFL in the 2010s. This is Jake Locker, first-round pick that was also terrible. Kelvin Benjamin, Rookie of the Year out of Florida State, that was ending up being awful. Oh, no. Is this Gary Barnidge? Oh, that's annoying. Is this Jordan Cameron on the Browns? Yes. Okay, cool. 6.5 minutes to go. This is this Cyrus Gray? Jonas Gray, my bad. He had like, I want to say 3 or 4 touchdowns and 200 yards rushing in the same game, and then didn't do anything after that. Like 208 yards, something like that. Geno Smith, former Giant starter, unbelievably. Brian Hartline went to Ohio State. He was really solid, actually, in the NFL. Jason Verrett, another guy, if not for injuries, could have been amazing at TCU. This is Dante Moncrief. I don't know why I'm saying their colleges as well, but Ole Miss, he was really, really fun to watch there. Tamba Hali, one of the best players of the 2010s, honestly. Is this Gary Barnidge? A lot of Browns tight ends. It is Gary Barnidge. There we go. Vontae Davis on the Bills, retired at halftime, just decided to quit football. Robert Mathis, another one of the best players of the 2010s. He was a beast. Marquette King. I thought this was Marquette forever. No, Marquette King, who was the best punter in the NFL for like 2 years and then couldn't get a job. He went to the Broncos and then just got like cut. That Gerard Mayo. He was such a beast for the Pats. Blake Bortles. We got Robbie Bortles. Can you believe he was taken at like number 3 overall at a UCF? How is he drafted that high? Oh no, who is this? Is that BJ Raji? It is. He looks so weird to me without like a helmet on for some reason. CJ Spiller, another beast. I want to say he was a Clemson back. Really, really good there. Oh, Harry Douglas. This is a name I haven't thought about in a while. I think he signed a big deal with the Titans and was nothing. Again, how many Titans receivers are going to be on here? Trendon Holiday, like 5'5", return man beast. I feel like he's honestly most remembered for being absolutely laid out by Pat McAfee. Oh, Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl hero for the Ravens. Indeed it is. And then the final 2 we're left with are this receiver for the Titans and this DB for the Bears. I want to say this like Tim something. It's not Al Harris. It's Tim Jennings. Oh yes, that's who I thought it was. I couldn't think of his last name. And now who is this? I know this is gonna be so obvious to a lot of you guys. Who is this? If this is that receiver who made like he had like a 60 or 70 yard catch last year, and that's like all he ever had, I'm gonna be so frustrated. He is starting to look kind of familiar, but I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. It was like one of the last weeks of the year, or maybe it was in the playoffs, honestly. He had like a 60 yard touchdown catch, I want to say, just kind of over the top. Like, this is not Tywan Taylor. This is not, I think he was on the Titans probably last year. Who is this? I'm not going to be able to come up with it. That's mega frustrating. 18. I know everyone, you're probably screaming it at your monitor right now, at your computer, at your phone, whatever it is. Hit that subscribe button if you're new for more incompetence by me. Who is this player? Number 18. That's definitely Corey Davis in the background. He was on the team last year. It's not helping me. I know it's probably so obvious. I'm just going to have to give up. I have no idea. I'm going to see the name and I'm going to be like, oh my God, how did I not come up with that? But I'm just not getting a name right now. The more I look at him, like the more he looks familiar, I just can't come up with it. I'm going to give up. Rashard Matthews. Is it really? I could have sworn he wore 81 for the Titans. Oh no. Rashard Matthews. He was decent there for a year too. Here he is, Rashard Matthews. I know he was on the Dolphins first, I want to say, and then he got signed by the Jets because he got cut like around the NFL. He was good for a year. Damn. Rashard Matthews. I was just never thinking of that, and was never coming up with it. That's frustrating. Well, I got 98%. A lot of these were really easy. Like, I was hoping to see some like names on here that like would really be difficult. Some of them were, honestly. Like, the toughest two ones for me were Tim Jennings and obviously Rashard Matthews. But I don't know, some of these guys are random that you probably wouldn't remember, but some of these guys are also super memorable and were like really good players in the 2010s and even the 2000s. But I guess that's going to do it for me on this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
We'll fake it.